Hey guys, Silly Tuck here. If I'm sounding a little bit different, it's because we've upgraded the PC, we've upgraded the mic, everything's different, everything's cool. I'm also streaming a lot more because of it. So we're in Hammerstein as per usual. This is ECW, of course. And yeah, without further ado, I want to just run into this, to be honest, because this is my second time recording this, and Jesus Christ, man, I keep getting interrupted by different things. I'm now using OBS Studio, which means I can't necessarily weave things together very well. I'd have to download Vegas Pro again, which, like, is just annoying as shit, but whatever, never mind. Let's get going. So Jerry and Bam Bam open up the show, and Jerry's like, hey, Bam Bam, why don't you come down here? And Bam Bam comes down here, welcome to Jungle Hits, and Bam Bam's like, hey, what's going on down here, Jerry? And Jerry's like, Bam Bam, you know what? Our match last week, I know you were dealing with a lot of stuff, right? A lot of internal turmoil, you were confused about who you were, what was going on, but you fought like a man, you didn't cheat, and you took the loss like the man. And I respect the hell out of you for that. And Jerry extends his hand. Bam Bam looks at his hand. And Bam Bam takes his hand and he says, Jerry, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. And I have to say that maybe I didn't give you the respect you deserved either. You are one hell of a champion. And I will say you beat me. You did indeed beat me. And maybe you're a little bit better than I thought you were. And he smiles and the two kind of hug and they walk each other out. We have a match. It's a 44D as Spike Dudley defeats Darren Drozdov in 7:58 by pinfall with an acid drop. 41D, Spike cuts a promo on what's next. Some ECW correspondent jumps into the ring and they're like, Spike, what's next for you? Spike's like, what's next? Well, what's next is what's always next in pro wrestling. There's always tomorrow, there's always the next day, there's always the next week. And when inevitably next week vapors up, there will be another one. Professional wrestling is beautiful because whenever you think that there's an end to a chapter, or you failed, or that's the end of the page, you turn the page, and it's blank. So you pick up your pen and you start writing again. You start working again. So what's next for Spike Dudley? I'm going to keep going on down that road. The road that everybody walks, the road that everybody drives, the road that everybody goes along in their career, in their life. And when another opportunity comes, I'm going to take it. Because there's always another opportunity. So that's what I'm going to do. And Spike leaves, thanks the crowd, and heads to the back. We see Little Guido backstage, and he's with his newest FBI hopeful, and he says, ladies and gentlemen, I have brought to you some of the greatest talent in the world, like the Italian Stallion. Boo. But I have to you a real star. This is Rick Blade. And Rick Blade comes out, and he kind of just looks like a shit version of the Sandman, to be honest. He's just kind of this random bloke, and he's like, Rick, tonight I've gotten you an opportunity, and you're going to take it. You're going to beat Balls Mahoney up next, and you're going to prove why the FBI are not a joke. And Rick Blade's like, yeah! And he goes out there, and he gets beat. In a actually really good match. Wow. Balls defeats Rick Blade in 4:11 by pinfall with the Michinoku driver. Great performance from Balls. Rick Blade impresses. Yeah, I'm really impressed by that. The crowd fucking loved the match. It was a mayhem match, so I kind of expected that. Shane Douglas makes his way to the ring for the main event of the evening, and this show's kind of played out kind of weird, trust me. And I know this is like, I'm breezing through this, and it's not great to breeze through these things, but like, I've done all this shit already before, and I'm sorry you guys have to pay for that, but I'm annoyed as shit right now that I got interrupted, and I had to fucking erase everything. Anyways, in a 67C+, Shane Douglas faces off against Mikey Whipwreck, and Shane has control for most of the match, but at one point, Sabu runs in and tries to mess with Douglas, and Douglas is like, oh god, I'll get you. I'll get you, and so he's distracted for a little bit, and that allows Whipwreck to start to gain control again. So Whipwreck starts to, go at his fast-paced, grapple-heavy, high-flying offense, and he starts to get rolling, and Douglas is kind of like, this is not good. This is not a good thing. I do not want this in my life. And so Douglas kind of starts to battle him back, and there's a good back and forth for a little bit, but then Douglas, for the kind of ending couple minutes or so of the match, Douglas is in control. You can see it. You can see it in the way that he's approaching different moves. And he finally picks his victory with the pile driver. But Sabu was a major hindrance for Douglas. Could have cost him this match. And Douglas knows it because he's going to pick up a mic. And he says, Sabu, it's time to finish this. Okay, you want to keep coming out here. You want to keep jumping me. You want to keep doing different things. Why don't we just settle this one-on-one, mono a mono? All right, next week, the final Hardcore TV of June. All right, I want you. So you're going to be there, and I'm going to beat you. Oh, also I have a new keyboard, and it's really nice. Also, hopefully the audio levels sound good. If they don't, please do let me know, and I'll see what I can do. I don't really know how I could fix it, but I'll play with stuff. So anyways, now for our ending angles. So the new era's in the ring. They're talking about their victories, you know, just generic heel shite. When Dreamer and Shanman, yes, Dreamer and Shanman, Woman and Beulah come out. That's also a new picture for Beulah. I'm recording this. This is the first episode I've recorded, by the way, on my desktop, so it's fun times. Anyways, so Dreamer's like, listen here, Regal, Van Dam, you guys are bad dudes. And Regal and Van Dam are like, what the fuck, Tommy? Shut the hell up, okay? We beat you. It's over. We won. You lost. Dreamer's like, I can never lose as long as I have a heart. And like, Regal and Van Dam are like, what the fuck? And Sandman's like, okay, you know what? I believe what Tommy's trying to say is that Regal, Van Dam, as long as there's still blood pumping through our veins, as long as we're still bleeding, there isn't anybody who's going to stop us from kicking your asses one more time. You know, you two, yeah, you beat us. We're not man enough to, we're not too high on ourselves, I guess is the way to say that. We're not too high on ourselves to admit that we lost. But here's the thing. So I wipe some spit off my mic. Ugh. Here's the thing, though, boys. There's only 2 of you, and yet there's 3 of us. And Regal and Van Dam are like, wait, what? Isn't there 4 of you? What the hell do they mean 3? So wait, are they not counting Beulah? Or are they not counting Woman? And they're both like, what the fuck? They're like in the ring really confused. Woman says, oh, I see. I see you're a little confused there about what Sandman has just said. I believe the Sandman didn't count properly because there's only 2 of you and there's 5 of us. And then it kind of sets in for Van Dam and Regal. There's another player here. And Regal and Van Dam are like looking around. They're like, what the fuck? Where is he? Or she? Is it a girl? Wait, is it 3 guys? Are they not counted? Oh god. And so like they're looking around the ring and they're like, who could it be? Who could it be? And then all of a sudden, in from the crowd jumps the ECW World Television Champion. Remember, Steve Regal helped Dreamer beat Taz for whatever reason, playing some mind games, trying to fake out Dreamer, but he got Dreamer on the good side of Taz. More specifically, he got on the bad side of Taz, and Taz comes in, and Dreamer, just before Taz hits the ring, Dreamer says, oh, you two have got bigger problems than just us. And Taz slides in the ring, grabs Van Dam, just full Nelson suplexes him. And Regal turns around, sees Taz, and it's like, oh, shit. That's not good. Grabs him, single leg, what's it called? Like exploder suplex, I guess that's what I say. He hooks the one leg, hooks the arm, exploder suplex, tosses him over him. And so Van Dam's back up to his feet, and he charges at Taz. Taz ducks. Van Dam climbs up the turnbuckle and does a moonsault off of it. Taz catches him out of the air and drops him with a power slam, or a, yeah, it's a power slam, isn't it? From the shoulder down? Yeah, it's a power slam, I do believe. And so he gets up, turns around, Regal is charging at him with a clothesline. Taz ducks it again, Regal hits the ropes, and Taz lifts him up on his shoulders and hits him with a big Samoan drop. And Taz is laying the boots to both of these men alone. Taz is unhinged, and he's an animal. And the show ends as Taz is continuously picking apart the New Era. They finally get out of there. Regal grabs Van Dam, and Dreamer and Sandman come down to the ring, and it looks like the tide has turned. It's now 2-3. So that show overall got a 63C. The popularity is up in 7 regions. That's very, very good. I'm very happy about that. Let's see our post-show shenanigans, if you will, because I love that stuff. I love that stuff because my name is Tucker, and I like to see post-show stuff. Anyways, Saturday night broadcasted. What did we get? Okay, so yeah, the show's feedback was awesome. It's always awesome because like we're expected to do nothing. Van Dam's like, Guido's pretty good in the ring, even though we only cut a promo. So overall, we're looking good this month. I think we gained even more money after that show. So we're looking to make a good profit this month. What was I thinking about? Right, so last episode or whatever, when it went up, we had a couple people talking about different things. The guy or whatever who asked me about, signing people or whatever. I never meant to, like, shit on your idea or anything like that, man. I was just saying that I kind of have that thing thought out, you know what I mean? I have thought out who I want to bring in and when. Somebody who I'd like to bring in down the line, I won't even lie about this, I'd like to bring back the Blue World Order, but that would require Stevie to get healed up, and Stevie's still hurt for... How long is Stevie still hurt? Stevie's still hurt for about 3 months, so probably by fall-ish, we could bring in the Blue World Order, and they could start to kind of mess around the tag ranks. But soon, and I do mean soon, we're going to do, well, I don't necessarily know what we're going to do. I have an idea, though, of what I want to do. There's a debutant who will be coming very soon. He's feeling pretty good, I think. I don't really know what else to do this episode, so I guess I'll just wrap it up there. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see the things that happen within the 6 days between Hardcore TVs, you can follow my my Twitter. It's in my banner, and you can see those things. You can also tweet me things, and I'll probably respond. I don't know. I don't respond sometimes because I'm a moody asshole, but like whatever. Yeah, but I do a whole bunch of cool things on there. I joke around with people. It's a good time. I like to think it's a good time. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I know this episode's a little bit short, but I think you guys can understand. I had to run through this already. Like, this is the second time I did this episode, and it was because I basically was interrupted right before the main event, and I don't have editing software on this computer yet. And so I just wanted to get this episode out and kind of do things. So whatever, I just did it again. So I hope you guys understand. So, of course, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this silly talk. Signing out.